Hi, this is Dan from Magic Pachinko Restorations, and this video is going to key in on a 1980 Kyoraku pachinko machine that I restored for one of my customers. It is designed mainly to show him how to get it all set up and ready to go. However, if you're watching it and you're not my customer, you will hopefully find it useful because it does show you how to get a typical pachinko machine ready for use. So this is just a shot of the front, obviously. So when you're ready, when you first get a pachinko machine, if you buy one, you want to check a number of things. And although this one is from the 1980s, this is just before the manufacturers went to the automatic shooting rather than the manual shooting. But this one is still very typical of the 70s era. So let me swing this around so that you can see this. That's good. Okay, so this is the upper hopper. This is where the bulk of the pachinko balls go. Once they go into the hopper, they're going to go down through this channel. They create a double run of the balls. They go into the turnaround, come across, and then drop on either side of the jackpot chamber, which is behind this dust cover. This particular machine drops 5 balls on either side of the jackpot, so that when you do win, the prize is a total of 10 pachinko balls. You can see some of the interior pathways here. Once the balls come into a winning situation, they can run down through and so on. This is called the Seesaw chamber in here. It is missing the cover. Quite often these covers get taken off, misplaced, broken, who knows. And they're pretty hard to replace simply because they don't make these parts anymore. It's not necessary for function, it just helps keep dirt out of the machine. So this is the Seesaw. It's named that because this is actually the seesaw right here. It tips back and forth. So when a winning ball comes in, the weight of that ball will tip this down. It lets it go out of the machine. It comes around and hits this little white lever here. That the weight of the ball will take this down. When it takes this down, it pushes this up. These would be out of the way. I don't think I can get my finger in there. There. This goes up. It opens the jackpot chamber, lets the 10 balls come out and hits here, and then the weight brings this up and resets everything, and then the machine is ready to go. So that's basically how a pachinko works. The losing ball will exit the machine out of this chute right here. So you have a catch box to catch the balls, and the winning ball will exit out of this here. So you need a catch box that's wide enough to catch here, and of course this one is. So the first thing you're going to do, depending on who you get the pachinko machine from, there may be a power supply or not. These only run on, in the United States, they run on 9 volts. So I just have a 9-volt battery that I put into the system and clip it in like that. And then if you can see, I think you can see it in the video, this light right here is actually lit, and it's controlled by this micro switch. So when this is down, the light's off. When there's no pressure on it, the light lights. What this means is there are no balls up in the upper tray. The other switch is here. This is the jackpot switch, and it's activated when this goes up, and it will light a light that's behind this or in front of this circuit board area. Okay, so when you plug it in, this light should be on and stay on because it's looking for pachinko balls. This particular machine has a dump mechanism. I mean, they all do, but this dump mechanism is just a lift up like that. It moves this out of the way so that these can swing, and then the weight of the balls will let them drop. It's to empty the machine out. It's for maintenance purposes. There's also on most machines, a little fork here that would stop the flow of the balls. So you could stop the flow of the balls, do some maintenance here, and then open this up and let the balls flow back in again. Those are maintenance items. On some pachinkos, this needs to physically be pushed one way or the other to lock it in place. This one lifts up and just automatically resets. So make sure that that is set so that when these are here, they don't swing all the way up They're actually getting stuck right there. That allows the balls to go beyond them into the jackpot chamber. So check that, because if you put balls in here and this is not set right, they'll just dump right out of the bottom of the machine. The other thing you want to check is make sure your seesaw chamber is in this position rather than in this position. And on all pachinko machines, there's a little plunger kind of thing here. So if this is tipped down, you're just going to push up on it. So this one doesn't have a cover. I can do it right here, but on the ones that have covers, you just lift up. So now the machine is ready to accept pachinko balls. And again, if this wasn't set right, they just drop right out. So you can see they start to queue up. They've gone around and gone down into the jackpot chamber. At this point, they haven't backed up enough to turn the light off. We're almost there. There. So now there's enough weight here to push down on this, and it closed this switch, which turns the light off. So now the machine is loaded with enough balls to be functional. I recommend anywhere from 300 to 500 balls. This upper hopper will take a lot of pachinko balls, and the more balls that you have up here, the longer you can play before you've got to take the balls out of here and put them back up there. Okay? So now the machine is ready to go. We'll swing it back around. On some machines, you'll see in this area, there'll be a flag that'll come down, or there'll be a flag that is down when you don't have enough balls in the machine. Once there's enough balls in the machine, it lifts the flag up. Now, so if you see that flag down, that means that this mechanism, the tray feed mechanism, will not allow balls into the machine. Okay, but this one doesn't have a flag, but a lot of them do. Okay, so now we're ready to go. We put a handful of balls into the upper tray. This is where you as a player are going to put the pachinko balls. Still got kind of a glare on this. That's a little better. Now the first time you attempt to launch a ball, nothing will happen. It takes one cycle to get a ball inside the machine, so that didn't do anything. But this will launch a ball. And that was a win, and if you notice, this light lit up. So these are called tulips. If the tulips are in the open position, when a ball goes in, they'll close. When they're in the closed position, if a ball goes in, they'll remain open. And obviously, if they're open, they're a much bigger target and easier to get a pachinko ball. So the light's going on, and 10 balls are coming out here as a prize. So I prefer to play them one at a time and watch them drop, but a lot of people will just multi. So we got a number of wins that time, and if you notice now, this light is on, meaning that enough balls have dropped out of that upper hopper that it needs to be replenished. And what will happen is, if you continue to try to play, it won't let you eventually. It'll take 4 or 5 more balls, but then that flag is in the way and it won't let you play. So don't worry about that. What you need to do now is push back here. This lets the balls that you've won go down into the bottom tray. The nice thing about this one is now you can put your hand under it and just pull, and they'll all come into your hand, and you're just going to go right up over the top because you know the tray is there. So now you've reset the machine with pachinko balls, and you're ready to play again. There we go. So that's the functionality of the machine. The Japanese were big smokers, so there's an ashtray here. On this side of the machine, there's a lock, but they don't need to. There's never any keys, or rarely any keys. You don't really need them because the whole back is open anyway. But on this side, right about where the lock is, there's a tab. You push down on the tab, it will allow the front door to come open. And then there is also another tab here, and that will allow this to swing out of the way. And this is your ball mechanism in here. This is what loads the balls into the machine. And you just reverse the process, and when you close this, you just push and it locks back up. Okay, so that's the machine in its glory. To my customer, I hope you like it. And anybody else that's watching, thanks for watching.